Number 16, LSU travels across the country to play UCLA. UCLA coming off a victory against Hawaii where they ran the ball up and down the field at will, 244 yards on the ground. But here's the key when you look at these teams. If you look at LSU, they had to travel to Houston this week to practice because of Hurricane Ida. So how's that gonna affect the football team mentally, Coach? That's going to be tough for them. I look at UCLA and the way that they were able to run the football, control the clock against Hawaii. The first quarter, up 24-0, they dominated this game from the start. Had their backups in the second half. There's a lot of confidence brewing at UCLA. Brian Kelly in his fourth year there, the players that he's got back. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the quarterback's been there for 4 years now. I look at UCLA in this game, getting 3.5 points at home at Pasadena in the Rose Bowl. I kind of like UCLA to win this game outright. I'm taking UCLA to beat LSU in this football game, 31-26.
That might very possibly happen because most improved what the team will make during the entire course of the years between game number 1, game number 2. They were very, very successful, but let's do remember it was against Hawaii. I think LSU is a very talented football team. I don't know who their quarterback's going to be. There are 5 offensive linemen returned. They have very, very good talent on offense. D stands for disaster, not for defense. Last year was an absolute disaster for LSU's defense. They do return. The defensive line will be as good as any in the country. It's basically too deep. Linebackers may be a problem, but they have the 2 best corners in the country at LSU. They have excellent special teams. I think LSU will play very, very well. They are on a mission. They did not play well last year. They understand that. On the other hand, UCLA was very, very impressive. You know, what's really amazing, Mark, is Kelly is something like 10 wins and 21 losses going into the Hawaii game. But he lost 4 games last year by a total of 15 points, which means they aren't very far away. I thought they played very, very well. Their defense, they bring back 10 starters. They played outstanding football. When I look at this game, UCLA will lose to LSU. LSU will beat them 27-24, but will not cover.